Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Planetarian. So we are going to continue the story. Maybe we'll see the stars finally, maybe not, because repairs are going into a good direction, I think, so that's nice. Also, you've let me know that the main character voice is known for many actually different characters in the anime and stuff, but the most known by is from JoJo Bizarre Adventures, and yeah, that's true. I checked it out and holy shit, that's actually JoJo. He also played in other things like Durara, for example, so cool. They have amazing voices in the game, and that's why I liked his voice, I guess, and I knew him from somewhere. But with that, let's just go, because the music in the main menu is always setting up the cool mood of like kinda sadness but also like hope. So yeah, I hope this episode will be amazing, so let's go.
それで最近最新型の905シリーズが1階エントランスの総合案内に2体配属されたんです。
Her soft voice resounded in the projector room as if to soak it with light. In my current position, I could not see where she was. She was probably gazing away intently at my back as I walked up on the stepladder.
どちらも FT 型筐体なので、私より11センチほど頭頂高が高くてより大人びた形態をしています。フェイスマスクもオーダーメイドでとても精密なんですよ。
Are you talking about different other more robots? I guess so. Not content with explaining just herself, she launched into the soliloquy about the functionalities of all her relatives with pride. Cool.
905シリーズは涙を流すことができるんです。
Nice.
涙。
はい、涙です。当デパートの2体は公衆接客業務用なので、機能がソフトオミットされていますが、先代機種である9000シリーズに初搭載された定評ある機能。
I guess you just like program them, right? Like saying, hey, you have function to tier, so yeah, you just boot it up and you have tiers. It have like nothing to do with like emotions and stuff in this case.
重ねて申しますと、等身大の量販コンパニオンロボットとしては業界初の機能です。
そりゃ大したもんだった。
As I wound the leads around the terminals of the motor, I continued to try to my way out of the conversation. Is never working. Actually, it sometimes works.
お客様、
なんだ。
涙を流すというのはどのような感じなのでしょう。
Do you even have the concept of feelings? Hoshino?
さあな。泣いているときはそこまで考えが回らない。
I guess you need to be tough.
涙というものは悲しい時や苦痛を感じた時に意図せず流れ出るものと認識していますが。
その通りだ。
そうですか。
Her voice trailed off at the end. She was probably cocking her head doubtfully again.
なんと申しますか。私は涙を流すことにとても憧れてしまいます。
そんなにいいものでもないぞ。
そうなんですか。
ああ、そんなもんだ。
On her own duties finished, she refused to leave to be more accurate, her friend, the projector's side. Yeah, you can see. She was just as talkative as ever, but by this point, I had grown accustomed to it. Also, he recognized her as the friend, if you think about this, because for a brief moment she thought of her as the friend, right? At least like he thinks that she thinks. I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah, like her friend, and to be specific, projector. And me, so me and friend, yeah. I'd learned that the aggregate amount of conversation would be drastically shortened if I simply give some response to every important conversational point rather than ignoring her. Okay, good strategy, I would say. You can just like tell anything and she'll like talk less. It was the same way that one might play a companion to an old man who had grown fond of talking.
お客様、そろそろ光静電球を取り付けてみるというのはいかがでしょう。
I mean, we'll fix it when we'll be able to, like, just take everything like in order.
まだそこまで行ってない。もう少し待ってくれ。
そうですか。
As a consequence of the restoration of electrical current in the machine, I'd learned that of the 4 bulbs, only 2 were still functional. These 2 bulbs would have to suffice for the projection. On the other hand, spheres for them did not exist anywhere on this world. Okay, so we have like half of it only operational. Now that the electricity to the projector has been restored, if during those repairs I touch the tool to the wrong place and caused a short, that would be the end of both the repair and me. That's a good point. You don't want to mess with electricity. But because I knew this, I was putting on the finishing touches very slowly.
移動軸を上向きに少しずつ動かしてくれ。ゆっくりとだ。
はい。
Okay.
安全のため旋回範囲外に退避してください。
Wow. Evacuate, okay. She replied with the earnest and professional tone. I got down onto the ground and leaned on the projectile pedestal that the stepladder stood against. The manual console turned out not to be necessary in the operation of the projector after all. A thick communication cable stretched forth from the electrical operations panel located at the base of the machine's scaffolding. As she pulled on it, it wriggled on the floor, and after it coiled upon itself twice, it was interfaced with the connector located in her left ear. Oh. She does have like, you see, like, little like slot here in the ear. Okay. I didn't knew that she can do that. But that's like kind of dangerous if you think about this. Like, it's always dangerous for robots, I guess, like that, because, I mean, you can like pretty much put like any virus in them like that, right? It's like pretty much close to her brain. I guess she have like some firewalls and stuff, but yeah. In other words, she and the projector were now connected by wire. Rather than being bizarre, it felt more like some kind of ritual lost in time. According to her, it was an emergency measure that I'm ashamed to have to resort to or something. Okay. As if to show off her embarrassment, her long information ribbon flashed through a sequence of highly exaggerated warning colors. While ordinarily she would be able to control the projector using RF signaling, just as she did with the air conditioning and the lightning, the projector wireless receiver was completely broken and beyond my ability to repair. Well, that sucks. Well, maybe she can like help it somehow. Maybe not. Never mind.
はい、安全を確認しました。それでは投影機を駆動します。
Okay. Let's see. Will it move? The old-style motor began to buzz like a horsefly on the verge of death. At the same time, the bearings creaked and the projector itself moved slightly. However, nothing else happened. The smell of oil began to waft from the overheating engine, which was raving in vain to try to move the projector. Well, if engine is dead, then I guess we have nothing to do here anymore. I think like, I don't think you can like repair the old engine right now. Yeah, something is wrong. Actually, maybe he can, because it might be like just like, you know, only one part that, like the belt or something that you just need to replace or something. So yeah, it can be like relatively easy to repair. The horsefly like buzzing died away, and silence washed back into the room. I got back to the stepladder and took another look. The waste heat radiating from the gearbox cover worms on my cheeks. Yeah, it's something is stuck because it's trying to move, but it's like overheating.
これでも動かないか。
Yeah. What I knew was that there was no flow in the motor itself. That said, whenever the problem lay in too much friction on the main shaft, or in improperly engaged gears in the gearbox, or in some other kind of interactable problem. As I dug for my very limited knowledge base about this kind of thing, I could feel her eyes upon me.
お客様お聞きしてよろしいでしょうか
You'll ask anyway, whenever I tell you no or not, so just shoot away, yeah.
なんだ。
イエナさんの修理はあとどのぐらいで完了する見込みでしょうか
No,
さあな。見当もつかない。
maybe it's impossible. Like, I wonder like what would happen. Like, I think like even if he would tell her like I'm unable to repair it, like we cannot repair it, it will never function again. I think she will just not believe it, and she will be like, yeah, no problem, I will just contact the maintenance service and they will deal with this. I think that will be her response. Like, she will never accept that she will be unable to project stars anymore.
明日午前11時からの投影には間に合うでしょうか
わからん。神に祈れ。
どの神様にお祈りすればいいでしょうか
Wow, that's a good question. As she very naturally reeled of this response, I stopped mid-motion. What did you say?
はい
Yeah,
ギリシャ神話でしたら
yeah, that's a lot.
ヘルメスアルテミスデメテルポセイドン
Yeah, she have like in database like all the gods in like all the history. She continued this maddening litany, like a phonetic cipher from underworld. Some of these names were familiar to me. Gaia and Persephone were the names of the fortress colonies long ago, and Andropos and Megaria were the nicknames of the heavy mobile artillery platforms used to destroy them. Huh, okay, I guess in this world like there's like no schools and stuff, right? Like you don't have like history lessons anymore and mythology, anything like that. So only like the old school people, I guess, remember these names and they use them to name the weapons, I guess. So yeah, no wonder that he don't know.
物知りだな。
ありがとうございます私はロボットですから覚えておくのは得意
Yeah,
な
I
ん
can
です
see. She said, looking truly delighted. Also, if you think about this, I can see how our main character, which don't have name, if I remember correctly. Does he have name? I don't think so, right? Let me know in the comment if I forgot his name or it was never stated. I think he's just Mr. Customer. But yeah, what I want to say, like, just interacting with her, maybe like very valuable, like, source of information and everything, you know? Like, she's like valuable as the like database, basically. If you think about this, like of the past events, of the like names of the history, she might like as well like start like, you know, new era and have like some basic school program, basically, right? Like giving some history lessons and stuff like this. Not like they need that actually in this world anymore, but still.
ですが当プラネタリウムには私よりもっと星のことに詳しいお客様もお越しになります
Her incessant price of people was completely void of sarcasm.
それどの神様にお祈りすればいいでしょうか
どれでも好きなのに祈っとけ。
Okay.
はいそれではディオニッソスに祈ること
Dionysos. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm bad at history. I know the name, but I forgot what the hell this guy was about. What was Dionysus? Let me check, because it's bothering me. Oh, that one. Yeah. Makes sense, okay.
そいつは何者だ。
はいディオニッソスは 酒と豊穣の神で英語名で
I just googled it. Okay, maybe Planetarian and Hoshino will just explain stuff to me. Okay.
酒と包丁ね。
That did not sound bad at all. But even if one were to pray long and hard, the divine favor of the gods was just a bit hard to come by in this day and age.
お客様の思考にぴったりかと思いまして。
Okay. She added, with a triumphant look on her face. Well, she estimated right. It seems that I have been registered in her database as a severe alcoholic. Okay. I mean, she's probably not far from the truth. I mean, she is far from the truth, but you were like really excited about finding the alcohol, and she's like, oh, okay, so he drinks a lot. Well, not the case, but yeah,
外れてはいないがな。
not too far off, yeah. She looked gently at me as I made the re-expression, and then a smile that radiated nothing but innocence floated up to her face.
俺のじゃなくて、お前の神様に祈れ。
私の神様ですか？
ロボットの神様だ。それだけ人数がいれば、お前の友達もいるだろ。
There's none, to all my knowledge. Yeah, she quickly turned serious. Her eyes widened. She seems to think about something for a while, and then finally she gave me a very familiar response.
私の基本データベースおよび
Yeah.
蓄積データベースには該当する情報は見つかりませんで
She
した。
cannot do it because there is nothing in her database.
そうか。じゃ、
その神様は近年新しく追加されたものでしょうか？その場合、私のデータベースにはすぐには反映されない場合があります。誠に申し訳ありません。
Wow, this reminds me of ChatGPT 3, which tells you that the information is cut off in 2021 and cannot like give you answer for anything that's like after it. The gorgeous litany of the names of the gods were, to her, the same as the checklist of stockpiled parts.
ところでお客様、私が思いますに、そろそろ光静電球を取り付けてみるのも一興ではないでしょうか。
I told you! We cannot do this yet. Oh my god. She's awesome, but she's also still annoying. But she's awesome. It seems that she had been born with the enthusiasm close to zealotry for her professional duties. As I stood there dumbfounded, she gracefully bent her hips and picked up one of the light bulbs on the floor. She hugged it to her chest and then moved towards me. As she walked towards me, the cable connected to her withered about the floor like a python. I became very worried that the gigantic cable might damage the other light bulbs.
ケーブルをつけたまま歩き回るな。俺が呼ぶまでおとなしく座ってろ。
Okay,
はい、わかりました。
the clear order. She will like not care about this, right? She will just be like affirmative and then she will still do whatever she wants. She obediently bowed her head in assent, stopped walking, and then sat down in a nearby chair. And to my everlasting satisfaction, she said no more for a little while. The sound of me grappling with the gearbox and the clanging of the tools were the only things that could be heard in the room for the time. I wonder if he gets annoyed by that. Like, I wonder if he really enjoy the conversations. I think he does. I think he likes these conversations with her. But eventually, she opened her mouth. Or that. Oh,
以前にこんなことがありました。
that's so cute. Wow. So this is the chair that she's using to charge, right? It's her chair, I guess. Also, this is a new soundtrack. From this perspective, you can actually see the hat. I didn't realize she had this hat. Wow, she's like grabbing this light bulb like this is like the most important thing ever for her. Well, it kinda is, if you think about this, so... Can't see that. She's hugging it like it's like her child or something. That's awesome.
今度はなんだ。
以前の投影で神話上の天国を特集したことがあるんです。それで打ち合わせをした折に話題が天国のことになったんですが、
She continued her nostalgic musings as she hugged the light bulb, close in an embrace.
私がロボットにも天国はありますかと質問すると、スタッフの皆さんは
Oh,
あるよと教えてくれ
you
ました。
told her it is. Okay.
ロボットの天国は故障も消耗部品交換もソフトウェアバグも
Wow.
切れもない
Wow.
素晴らしいところだと。
The heaven for robots. This is cool. I mean, it makes sense that they told her that, right? Because she's like sentient, basically, right? And they try to give her, like, I guess, personality to be like able to, you know, speak more freely with the customers and stuff. It makes sense from like programmistic value, and like for her as like, yeah, she's a robot, but also you can like view her as the person at this point. This is cool.
ロボットの天国ではロボットが願い事をすれば何でも叶うのだとおっしゃっていました。
But what the robot is wishing for, though? That's my question.
なるほどな。
So they were cracking such frivolous jokes, while they cursed the lack of customers and sipped steaming hot coffee. There must have been many scenes like this in those ruins, and of course, she must have joined in on these conversations. No doubt she had learned many of her characteristic phrases and stereotypical professional jargon, the trifling contradiction in her knowledge base, and her absolutely absurd patterns of action from her human
ロ
coworkers.
ボットの天国にいるのがロボットの神様だ。
Okay.
覚え。
重要知識として登録しました。
She replied, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Or shall we say, her pattern of conversation with me had finally been established. Now that I gotten used to it, it really wasn't so bad, yeah. Just as I said, like, he really enjoys these conversations, actually. And like I said, like, in one of the previous episodes, conversing with her will really, like, put an ease in your mind. Like, you need someone like this in situation and world like this to just, like, lift some weight from your back, basically, and to have some, like, at least some fun, and like forget about stuff. Just don't be like, you know, too relaxed, because it's still bad outside and you still need to like think about what's happening there. Looking down the light bulb held against her chest, she again felt silent for a little while. As she did this, she somehow looked far older than the age that she had been constructed to look.
お客様、お聞きしてよろしいですか？
ああ、なんだ。
お客様は神様にお願いをしたことはありますか？
Okay.
いや、あったかもしれないが、ろくなことは願っている。
Okay.
そうですか。
お前は？
はい。私はロボットの神様にお願いしたいことがあります。
投影機がちゃんと治りますよ。
Haha.
いえ、
Oh,
それは改めて願わなくても、
okay.
お客様が叶えてくれますので。
That was my question. Like, I don't know, like 3 minutes ago. Like, what the robot is wishing for. So let's see for what Hoshino is wishing for. I almost burst into laughter at that way that she was speaking of it, as if it were already a done deal.
なら、何を願うんだ。
はい。天国を。
But just as she mouthed these words, she instantly halted. Huh?
大変申し訳ありませんが、あと3分で深夜0時となります。
Oh, we cannot converse anymore.
設定通り、現状にてスリープモードに移行させてい
I want to know what your wish is. Wow. I wonder what her wish is. I wonder if it's something that we would be able to give her, like, as the human, you know? Maybe she's wishing, like, I don't know, like, to see real stars, maybe, or something. So maybe we can, like, somehow go on the journey and somehow find the stars. I mean, that's pretty much impossible because of the rain and stuff, but maybe we can at least go for the journey to find them, right? Maybe there's like one place in the world where the sky is kind of relatively clear, maybe in some mountains or something, you know?
もうそんな時間か。
That meant that I had been at work for 5 hours already, since had returned to the projection room. As I stretched while standing atop the stepladder, she said, still seated,
起床時間は明朝9時です。それではおやすみなさい。
hey, good night.
そうか。おやすみって、おい、そいつを持ったままか。
Yeah, I will not be able to actually fix the thing if you keep this on yourself. I mean, it all depends how hard she stiffens when she's like sleeping, right? Because you can just take this bulb out of her hands, right? When she's sleeping, unless she's just like, you know, like mechanically locking this up and you cannot like move it at all. It depends. Oops. She was indeed still holding the fixed starlight bulb to her chest. She continued to smile, as she had nothing to worry about in the whole world. Aww. And just like that, she closed her eyes. Her information ribbon slowly faded, denoting the fact that she was in hibernation mode. And once again, I was the only thing that stirred in this planetarium.
月だけは優秀だな。
Even though there was no way she could have heard me, I could have sworn that I saw her quirking her lips in laughter. This airtight room, puffed by the air conditioning, its operation, which only occurred but a single week per year. I had no way of understanding whenever it was the machinations of fate or her vagaries of random chance that had landed me here at this time. There were a few rumors that I could recall about robots. Immediately following the outbreak of the war, a force stop signal was issued over all RF channels that caused most robots to cease functioning altogether. Huh. Why is she up then? The fear was probably that someone would compromise the robot's software and subsequently turn them into weapons. Yeah, that's valid. The outer shell of the robot was nothing but a cluster of organic material and precision electronics. These things, left standing where they stopped, no matter whenever it was indoors or outdoors, all deteriorated into junk in a matter of years. In other words, the very fact that she was still functioning in this day and age was something close to a miracle. She had been extremely lucky, or has she been extremely unfortunate? I think it's the second one, extremely unfortunate actually, because... Okay, this is very like, it's a debate. Let me know in the comments what do you think actually. Is she extremely lucky or extremely unfortunate? What's your thought about this? I wonder. Like, I think like it's unfortunate for her actually, because she's living all these years hoping that and thinking that the world is as it was. But for all these years, like, probably this guy is the first customer ever. She's happy because she's probably talking to him a lot like that and stuff, because she's happy to finally find someone to talk about. But if you think about this, like the years, like all these years that passed that she was like alone, that sucks. She's like unaware of what happened to the world, and she don't know why there's no customers, why no one's talked to her, where's everyone, why she can't contact anyone. Yeah, it's good, and she's happy that now she finds the customer that she can talk a lot to, but still, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what do you think. I gently gazed at her sleeping face. This robot could go from hard worker to mindless chatterbox in the nothing flat, was now sleeping without even dreaming. She had a disarming, peaceful smile on her face while holding that large light bulb to her chest. It looked to me like she was embracing the very stars themselves. Yeah, it's like the most important thing to her. even think about this, she's a light to this guy, right? Like she's happy to meet him. He slowly get attached to her and also feels happy to like talk with her and stuff. And I guess you can like make the analogy that as the light bulb is like her star basically, like, right? That's something like very important. Hoshino, which is also name and have the star in it, is like the star for this guy. Like she brings him some peace and some hope in this world that's like happening here. So yeah, anyway, that will be it for this episode, I guess. I hope I recorded enough. So yeah, thank you everyone for being with me. Thank you for joining for this episode. And I will see you in the next episodes of Planetarian. So yeah, let me know in the comments. As I mentioned, what do you think? Is she unfortunate? Or maybe she's extremely lucky? Yeah, I wonder what you think about like this, I would say, relationship right now between like this robot, between Hoshino and the customer. I don't know the protagonist's name. Maybe it was mentioned, but I forgot. So you can clarify this for me in the comments as well. Anyway, thank you for joining. So leave up a like if you like Planetarian. You can join the Discord if you want to. You can subscribe if you're not subscribed. You can also become a member if you would like to support me, if you like the content, and you would like to see also these episodes earlier. So yeah, with that, thank you once again, and I will see you in the next episode. So for the Pocket Watch, it's going out.